character, knowledge, confidence. SRK Higher Secondary School, Karikalambakkam.
I love my school, it's okay. Best of the best is okay. Bright future means it's okay. Quality education, it's okay. Knowledge forever, love forever. It's a friend to see for sure. Lovely teachers and for wisdom. What's the culture we will start? I love my school, it's okay. Best of the best is okay. Bright future means it's okay. Quality education, it's okay.
Admission is going on from pre-KG to 12th standard. Group A1A, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Biology. Group A1B, Physics, Chemistry, Computer Science and Biology. Group A2, Maths, Physics, Chemistry and Computer Science. Group A3, Accountancy, Economics, Commerce and Computer Application. SRK Higher Secondary School, 45/7, Dilliyanur Main Road, Karikalambakkam, Puducherry 7.
Good evening, students. I wholeheartedly welcome all the 10th standard students for the online class. We will move on to our poem, The Ant and the Cricket, shortly. See the poem, The Ant and the Cricket, adapted from Aesop Fables. Fable nothing but a story. Okay. A fable is a traditional story that teaches us a moral lesson. Usually the characters in the fables are animals. This poem, The Ant and the Cricket, teaches us the importance of hard work and planning. That is the significant idea of the poem, or the central idea of the poem. The Ant and the Cricket teaches us the importance of hard work and planning. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says cricket, of me? At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with the cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain he wished only to grow. He would repay it tomorrow. Got it? Right. First of all, before explaining the poem, I want to ask you one thing. What does mean by cricket? What does the word cricket mean? Most of the people, if I ask, naturally they would say it is what? It is what? A game. Most of the people consider cricket is what? A game. Okay? Right. It is also a name of the insect. Cricket means an insect. Okay. The ant and the cricket, that means what? Cricket, the poet speaks not about the game. The poet speaks about what? An insect. You got it? The poet speaks about an insect. Now you see here from the beginning, a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. That is the first stanza of the poem. A silly young cricket. The poet calls the cricket as young and silly. The poet calls the insect cricket as what? Young and silly. Silly means what? Foolish enough. Okay. The poet calls the cricket as young and foolish. Accustomed to sing. Who is accustomed to sing? The cricket is accustomed to sing. Accustomed means what? Happy to sing. Or interest. The interest of the cricket is what? Singing songs. The habit of the insect cricket is what? Singing songs. Okay, you got it? The poet calls the cricket as young and silly because it was interestingly singing some songs. Through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring. During the seasons of summer and spring, the cricket usually what? Sings. The young cricket singing all through the seasons of summer and spring. You got it? The cricket is singing the songs during the seasons of summer and spring, throughout the seasons. Throughout the seasons of summer and spring, the cricket very happily singing the songs. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. The foolish cricket made a complaint. The foolish cricket made a complaint when he was at home. When the cricket was at home, he made a complaint. What is that complaint? After summer and spring, winter way, what season has come? Winter has come. The winter season has arrived. The winter season has arrived. The young cricket makes a complaint that the winter season has arrived. When the winter season has arrived, he found his cupboard at home totally empty. The cricket made a complaint about the arrival of a winter season. When he was at home, he opened the cupboard. In the cupboard, he saw everything was empty. There was no food in the cupboard of the cricket home. It was completely what? Empty. The cupboard was found to be what? Empty. No food was seen. And the winter was come. You got it? Began to complain. The young cricket made a complaint that winter season has arrived. At home, he saw his cupboard and opened it. To his shock, he found that the cupboard was fully empty. No food particles or no food was seen on the cupboard. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see. Not a leaf on a tree. In the second stanza, you see there, not a crumb. Crumb means what? Piece of food. Crumb means what? A piece of food. When the insect cricket opened the cupboard, it was really shocked because there was no crumb to be found. No piece of food was found in the cupboard on the snow-covered ground. The ground was covered with what? Fully snow. The ground was covered with fully with snow because of a winter season. Not a flower could he see. The insect, the cricket, could not see a flower and could not see leaf on a tree. Why? Why does the cricket not able to see a flower or a leaf? Because during the winter season, all the flowers all the leaves began to wither or began to fall. Okay, that is why no flower and not a leaf can be seen on a tree. Okay, the second stanza, the cricket could not be able to find any piece of food because the ground was fully covered with the snow, and also the cricket cannot be able to see any flower as well as any green leaf on the tree because the winter has arrived. Now we move on to the third stanza. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last by starvation and famine made bold. At last by starvation famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with the cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. Now you see here in this stanza, oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? Now the cricket is began to worry because of no food. What will happen to me? If there is no food means the cricket has to starve. That is the only worry of the cricket. Oh, what will become? If there is no food, the entire ground is fully covered with white snow, no leaf, no flower can be seen means what will happen to my life? I have to die of starvation. That is the idea of the insect cricket. At last by starvation and famine made bold. Even though the insect cricket experiences starvation and famine, it did not lose its hope. Some or other, it want to get some food from anybody else. So it became very bold. The cricket becomes very bold even though it experiences starvation and famine. All dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Dripping means what? Drenched with water. Drenched with water. That means what? The cricket becomes what? Wet. He goes in search of food during the winter season. All the snow particles had fallen onto the body of the cricket and the snow began to melt. So it becomes what? Very wet and dripping with wet and all with the trembling with the cold. The insect trembles. Trembles means what? Shivering with the cold. The insect cricket is shivering with the cold. Why the insect shivers with the cold? Because during the winter season, he goes out in search of food. All the snow particles has fallen onto the body of the cricket. The snow began to melt and the water slowly drops onto the ground. Because of wet, his body was completely dripped with what? Coldness. The body of the cricket becomes completely cold. So she shivers. The insect cricket shivers with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant. He cannot be able to tolerate the chillness. He has to eat something now. Okay, in order to live, he has to eat something now. So he started to go to the house of an ant, a miserly ant. Miserly means what? Miserly means what? One who does not spend enough money for any kind of expenses. Miserly means one who does not spend any money. Okay, he will be keep saving the money, but he will not use the money to buy anything. Away is set off to a miserly ant. Who set off to a miserly ant? The cricket went to the house of miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant. He would grant. That means what? The cricket had a hope by going to the house of miserly ant. He thought that the ant would provide cricket with some food so that he can able to keep his life alive again. He would grant. He would grant means the cricket expected the miserly ant to give some any food. As we are, if you go to anybody's relative's house, they will give something for it, isn't it? Likewise, the cricket went to the house of a miserly ant expecting some food from him so that he could be able to keep alive. Got it? Right. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain, he wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. The ant was hoping that the miserly ant would provide some food during the winter season, rainy season. That what? A mouthful of grain, a handful of grain. The cricket does not need much food. Only what? A mouthful or handful it needs. The cricket needs only what? A handful of grain for him to survive, and moreover, the ant expected shelter as well as food from his friend, the miserly ant. Let us see what happens now. He wished only to borrow. Who wished only to borrow? The cricket. The cricket wished only to borrow a handful of grain or mouthful of grain as well as a shelter from whom? From the miserly ant. He wished only to borrow. The cricket expected to borrow some food and shelter from the miserly ant. That is the only wish of the cricket. He would repay it tomorrow. He thought by getting some food and shelter, the cricket could be able to repay it the same thing to the ant in future or tomorrow. You got it? You able to understand this stanza? The cricket expected shelter and mouthful of grain from the miserly ant. After getting shelter and mouthful of grain from the ant, the cricket expected to return the same thing that he had borrowed from the miserly ant. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. If the cricket does not get any shelter and food from the miserly ant, that means the cricket has to die due to starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. Now who talks? The ant is speaking now. To whom? To the cricket. The ant welcomed the cricket in his home and tries to speak. What does he say? What does the ant say? I am your servant. The ant replied that he is servant and a friend to cricket. The ant replied that he is servant and a friend to whom? Friend to cricket. But we ants never borrow. We ants never lend. That is a habit of the ant. What does the ant do? During the summer season and the spring season, the ant goes out in search of some food particles. He brings all the food particles safely and store it in the house for the future use. That is, for the winter season. During the winter season, the ant will not go and search for any food. It stores all sufficient food in the summer season itself. If the winter season arrived means the ant, what it will do means the ant collects all kinds of food particles in the summer season itself and store it in the granary for the future use or when the winter season has arrived. The ant says that he is his servant and he is his friend. But we ants never borrow. The ants do not have the habit of borrowing any food or borrowing any food particles or borrowing any kind of grains, or they do not need any kind of a shelter also from anybody. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. They ants never borrow anything as well as they never lend anything. Okay, the ant never borrows anything from their friend as well as they never lends anything to their friend. That is the attitude of the ant. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by when the weather was warm? Again, the ant asked a question. Did you lay anything by? Did you have the habit of saving any food particles for the future? That is the question asked by the ant when the weather was warm. Okay? But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by when the weather was warm? The ant asked a question to the cricket whether he had laid anything, whether he had saved any food when the weather was warm. Quoth the cricket, not I. The cricket replied, I did not save any food when the weather was warm. That is the answer given by the cricket. The cricket replied that he did not store any food when the weather was warm. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay, for all nature looked gay. My heart was so light. Whose heart was so light? The cricket's heart was so light. My heart refers to whom? The heart of the cricket was so light. That means what? It was enjoying all through the summer and spring season by singing some songs. He was the cricket was happily singing some songs during the summer season that I sang day and night. The cricket replied to the ant, during the summer season that I was singing all throughout the day and night happily. For all nature looked gay, for all nature looked gay. That means what? The nature was very beautiful. All the flowers, all the leaves of the trees seemed to be what? Very fresh. Nature was fresh and beautiful. The cricket explained that nature was very fresh and beautiful. He was singing songs very happily throughout the day and night. You sang, sir, you say. Who asked this question? The ant is asking now. You sang during the summer season? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Immediately the ant was irritated. The ant was angry or irritated. Who was irritated? The ant was irritated when he heard the reply from the cricket. Go then. The ant angrily said the cricket, go then, don't come to my house. Better go out and dance even in the winter season too. That is a reply given by the ant. The ant boldly replied, the cricket asked him to go out of his house and dance very much happily even in the winter season too. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. That means what? Thus ending, he quickly asked the cricket to go out of his house because the door was wide open. Okay, thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket. The ant lifted the cricket and asked him to go out of the door, turned the poor little cricket. You understood this line? That means what? The ant asked the cricket to go out of his house and better dance even in the winter season too. And out of the door turned the poor little cricket. That means the poor little cricket was asked to go out of the door. Folks call this a fable. All people, folks means what? People. All people call this as a fable. Fable means what? A story. Okay? I will warrant it true. Warrant means what? The story is really true. It is really a truthful story. It is not a false story. The story is what? Really a truthful one. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. You underline this line. It is a personification. Cricket means, one thing I told you, it is what? Insect. Other thing is what? Cricket. It is referring to what? The game. Some crickets have 4 legs. That means what? People are merely wasting their precious time by watching the game cricket. And some have 2. See there, folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs. Okay, some crickets have 4 legs. That means what? The insect. The insect was during the summer season, it was happily spending its time and does not store enough food during the winter season. And some have 2. Some crickets have what? 2. Here 2 refer to the human beings. Here some have 2 means what? 2 means 2 legs. Refer to human beings. Human beings. Why? Because we are also earning and spending the money as like ant during the winter season. Folks call this a fable. Fable means a story. I will warrant it true. It is really a true. Even though it is a fable, it is really a true story. Some crickets have 4 legs. The insects, they have 4 legs. During the summer season, they happily sang and enjoyed their life. But winter season comes, they made all sort of complaint because of no food. And some have 2. Some have 2 refers to the life of human beings. The story is applicable not only to the cricket but also to the human beings. Human beings have to store enough money and enough food whenever any winter season has arrived or any emergency. In case we have to store some money and food for our future use. We should not spend lavishly as like the cricket. Okay, you got it? The moral of the story is human beings should not waste their time they have to make money and they have to store for their future use. They should not be like a cricket. Okay, the human beings have to store enough money and food for their future use. During the winter season, the stored food, we can make use of the stored food and can live happily, not like a cricket. See the life of the cricket. The cricket did not work hard, did not make a proper plan, whereas the ant made a proper planning and it did what? Hard work. During the winter season, the ant cleverly stored all the food materials that is required for winter season in the summer itself. Similarly, we human beings have to learn a lesson like the ant. We should safeguard some money and food for our future use. We should not waste our time in watching cricket, that is the game, or we should not waste our time also. We have to make a proper plan and we should struggle and we should work hard for our betterment of our life, for our betterment of our life. That is the moral of the story. I hope you have understood the essence of the poem or the content of the poem. Read this poem, try to understand the ideas and answer according to the questions that are found after the glossary. That is the homework. Thank you very much.
ஒரே லட்சியம் எங்கள் கண்ணிலே நிறைவேறிடும் அந்த நாளிலே உலகம் போற்றிடும் எங்கள் பள்ளியே எஸ்ஆர்டி. கல்வி பண்புகளை கண்ணின போற்று கலைகள் யாவையும் கைவசமாக்கு பள்ளியின் பெயரை கேட்டால் சொல்லு எஸ்ஆர்டி. ஒரே லட்சியம் எங்கள் கண்ணிலே நிறைவேறிடும் அந்த நாளிலே உலகம் போற்றிடும் எங்கள் பள்ளியே எஸ்ஆர்டி. கல்வி பண்புகளை கண்ணின போற்று கலைகள் யாவையும் கைவசமாக்கு பள்ளியின் பெயரை கேட்டால் சொல்லு எஸ்ஆர்டி.
Admission is going on from pre-KG to 12th standard. Group A1A Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Biology. Group A1B Physics, Chemistry, Computer Science and Biology. Group A2 Maths, Physics, Chemistry and Computer Science. Group A3 Accountancy, Economics, Commerce and Computer Application. SRK Higher Secondary School, 45/7, Dillianur Main Road, Karikalambakkam, Puducherry 7.